think this is definitely a winnable game, and I expect them to be playing for a Final Four berth on Sunday against either Auburn or Michigan, but we won't worry about that opponent. Once Michigan State gets that victory on Friday night, we'll be previewing that matchup for you guys. Overall, I'm just excited. I think you have to love where this team is right now, especially I think not playing their A+ game this first weekend. And I think if they can continue to just kind of hatch down on some of those areas that they maybe need to improve on, like, this is very much a team that can also win this upcoming weekend.
Definitely. And I think one thing that the Spartans are going to be focusing on top of, staying locked in on defense for every single second of that game, is locking in on free throws. That was something that Tom Izzo harped on a lot in the post-game presser. And I think things that fans are harping on a lot. But other than that, I mean, I think at this point, like, people have been asking Tom, like, is there anything still to like learn about your team or what your guys need? And the response has been like, we know what we know. We know what we have to do. We just have to go out there and do it. And so I think there's going to be a lot of, talk about mental toughness, about being able to stay locked in, about being able to, make the decision that we're going to do this when other teams aren't.
Yeah. And I think one thing to think about too with the second weekend is I think across the board, nerves can be a big factor, especially in that first weekend where it's NCAA tournament, like especially Michigan State kind of has a target on their back, being that 2 seed. Not really a position they've been in the past. They've kind of been that underdog 7, 8 seed the last couple of years. So being that 2 seed, having that pressure that comes along with it, I think now in the second weekend, you typically see, not that there's still not upsets, but you typically see the better team is the one that ends up winning the game. And I think that's just one, like, I just don't think nerves will be as big of a factor this upcoming weekend because they have those couple games under their belt. And they know that, like, at this point, there's not really a lot of separation between any of these teams.
No.
Yeah, you can look at the seeds, but really seeding kind of falls out the door after this first weekend for the most part. You have to show up, you have to have your A game, and the other team's going to show up and try to have their A game as well. And yeah, having Tom Izzo, having this team that has shown over and over again that they can win these tough games, that they can battle, they can take over in the second half. I feel good. I feel excited about this weekend.
Definitely.